Assalamu alaikum students. In today again we are going to do the thermal properties of matter, and in this unit we are doing evaporation. Explain the process of evaporation, differentiate between boiling and evaporation, explain how evaporation causes cooling, describe the factors which influences surface evaporation. So first is that we are going to discuss is evaporation. Evaporation is the process where a liquid turns into vapor below its boiling point. Means that at any temperature, the liquid is turning into the vapor state, and even without boiling. And evaporation take place at all temperatures. Now, what is the molecular explanation of the evaporation? Why evaporation occurs? Since we know that according to the kinetic theory of matter, the liquid is made up of the molecules, and they are in state of constant random motion. They with a certain velocity, and they also possess kinetic energy. When the temperature uh, of the molecules is increased, the kinetic energy of the molecule also increases, and they this energy become so great that the molecules at the surface of the liquid break away from the intermolecular forces of attraction, and they are now and they break away and they exist as the vapors. Where the presence of the wind sweeps the vapors away and create room for more vapors. So this is how the phenomena of the evaporation, this is the cause evaporation occurs. Now, what are the factors that are affecting the rate of evaporation? Since evaporation is on the surface only and it occurs at any temperature, so the rate of evaporation is affected by first is the nature of liquid. High volatile liquids that has very low boiling points have a high rate of evaporation, while the low volatiles have very low rate of the evaporation because their boiling points of the volatile liquids are very low and they quickly evaporate um, at any temperature. Now, the second is the temperature of the surrounding. We also observe that when there is a hot day, if we our clothes dry faster on the hot day as compared to on the cold day. So the if the temperature of the surrounding increases, the rate of evaporation uh, will also increase, and the rate of evaporation will be low if the temperature of the surrounding is low. So the third one is the surface area of the liquid that is exposed. Since evaporation is done on the surface only, so if the more is the surface area of the liquid, it means more molecules are on the surface. So the are exposed to the surrounding, and the more if the more is that's why if the more is the surface area, the more will be the rate of evaporation, and it will decrease if the rate of the liquid's surface that is reduced. Amount of pressure on the surface of liquid. If the pressure is more on the surface of liquid, that the rate of evaporation is reduced. They are inversely proportional. The rate of evaporation will reduce if the amount of pressure on the surface is increased. Means that the molecules needs more energy just to break away from its intermolecular forces, and that's why if the pressure increases, the uh, rate of evaporation is reduced, it decreases. The next is the humidity. If the air is, or humidity means that air is saturated with the water vapors. If the air it is the it is humid, humidity is more, then the rate of evaporation reduces because the air is saturated with the water vapors, and those who manage to escape, they return back to the uh, liquid again. So because it is already saturated, so the when the humidity is more, the rate of evaporation is less. The presence of the wind, the presence of the wind, the more is faster is the wind, the more will be the rate of evaporation, because those water vapors, those evaporate from the surface, the wind blow them away. They have no chance of returning back, because the wind blow them away from its above the surface of the liquid. So there is more room for the other vapors. Dryness of the air: if the air is drier, means the amount of water vapors is low, so then the rate of evaporation is increases. Evaporation occurs among the molecules near the surface of the liquid. There are always some molecules which have enough heat energy to overcome the cohesion of their neighboring and escape. Means that the molecules are attached to each other, they are attracted to each other, and there is a cohesive force between them, because cohesive force is the force that exists between the molecules of the same kind. The surface with any of these factors, the surface molecules become more energetic, and more those who are more energetic, they leave its that leaves the surface, and evaporation is more rapid. Evaporation is also increased by increasing the surface area of the liquid, by increasing the air circulation, thus carrying away the energetic molecule. When the more energetic molecules escape, they leave. It means the remaining molecules, uh, those who are left, have low kinetic energy. The lesser the kinetic energy, it means they have the low temperature. So molecules in the liquid, they can be slowed enough by the collision with the air molecules to be reabsorbed into the liquid. If the air is humid, more water molecules from the air will pass back into the liquid, because air is already saturated, thus reducing the rate of the evaporation. An increase in atmospheric pressure also, we have already discussed, reduces the rate of evaporation. You can see this is the phenomena how the molecules evaporate into the surrounding. Now, evaporation gave us the cooling effect, and that you all have experienced when on the hot summer day, when you are sweating and you come after playing any game, you come uh, in the room, and when you sit under the fan, you feel cool. So this is what is that the sweat from your body that evaporates, and while it evaporates, it takes 4.2 joules of energy from your body, that and your body temperature, because the more energetic molecules, because they take the heat energy from your body, so your body feel cool, and the temperature of the your body rapidly fall down. So that's why you already have observed that when athletes or any players, when they immediately after running or after playing, they uh, wore a jacket, so that the rate of, just to reduce the rate of evaporation, so their body temperature does not quickly come down. The process of evaporation is always accompanied by the cooling effect. When the liquid evaporates from the skin, a cooling sensation result. The reason for that is that the more energetic molecules of the liquid are lost by evaporation, so the average energy of the remaining molecule decreases. The surface temperature, which is a measure of average kinetic energy, also decreases. Whenever methylated spirit or petrol is spit on any part of the body, the most important effect of the evaporation is cooling the body. When the body perspire during exercises, evaporation of the sweat cools the temperature of the body. When we sweat in order to cool our bodies, the perspiration is essentially evaporation. Water from our body evaporates, taking energy from our body in the process, thus results in lowering the temperature of our body. Means that the more aquatic molecules escape, and when they escape, they need energy, and that needed energy is taken from our body, and the higher energy, so we are losing heat. So uh, we have that it give us a cooling effect at the temperature is of our body is falling down, and the ever more energetic molecules are leaving. The sweat on the or methylated spirit acquires its latent heat of vaporization, means the heat that is needed to vaporize the um, to turn liquid into gaseous state from the body, and it changes the vapors it changes to vapors. This acquisition of the latent heat of by sweat forms the body from the body, reduces the temperature of the body, which cause the cooling effect. Now you see that whenever the high energy molecules escape, when they reaches the surface, means that the moderate uh, uh, molecules will remain in the liquid, and the average kinetic energy of the remaining particles drop because higher one are leaving. So the average kinetic energy, those who are left behind, is dropped, and the temperature of the remaining liquid is lower. So this is what is the how the cooling of evaporation gives the cooling effect by using the kinetic molecular theory. Now we can demonstrate this experiment like this. You can take a beaker, and in the beaker you are going to place a ether, that is a no volatile liquid, and there is a glass tube. You can blow the air in with the help of this glass tube, so that the rate of evaporation increases. So when the ether quickly evaporates and the energetic molecule leaves, the ether temperature is falls below to zero. Now it needs a temperature from the surrounding to evaporate. So there is a thin film of water is over there. So ether take the latent heat from this water and take it and it evaporates. So the water below between the block and the beaker also cools down, and it's cools down, and its temperature also, because since the ether is constantly taking out the latent heat of latent heat, so that it is temperature is continuously falling down. So you will, after some time, you will observe that the beaker is stick to this wooden block because this water is converted into ice, showing that the evaporation gives us the cooling effect. Now the differences between the boiling and the evaporation, we know that in the boiling we always provide the heat energy. There is a we always an external source that is providing the heat energy, uh, and the boiling occurs, but the evaporation do not requires that. It is the change of liquid to vapors at any temperature. Now what is boiling? It does not cause cooling, it causes cooling. uh, it occurs in every part of the liquid. That is a quick process. It means that the boiling occurs in the entire bulk of the liquid. If you boil water, you can see that the water is you can see the current in the whole of bulk of the water. Evaporation, you just observe, see that it occurs at the surface, and it is a very slow process. Boiling depend on the mass of the liquid. It does not depend on the mass of the liquid. It depends on the nature of the container, because it is absorb its own heat. It does not depend on the nature of the container, because whenever it is boiling, container also absorb it. It occurs at a specific temperature. It occurs at all temperature. Boiling points of the different liquids is different. For instance, if water is 100, mercury may is more than uh, uh, it's more than 300-400, or but the evaporation can occur at any temperature. In boiling, that when the water start boiling, the temperature will be 100 degree Celsius, and the temperature remain constant at this. and the thermal energy is supplied by the source. In this evaporation, the temperature does not remain constant because since the liquid is constantly losing the high energy molecules, so the uh, temperature of the remaining liquid falls down, and thermal energy in this case is supplied by the surroundings. Do not need any other source. Now, boiling wind do not assist boiling, wind assist evaporation. Now there is few similarities between boiling and evaporation. Escape of molecules is involved in both boiling and evaporation. In both the surface molecules, the in evaporation surface molecule escape, but in boiling the entire bulk is involved in it. In Both of them depend on the nature of liquid. They are both affected by the pressure. Boiling point also, when the pressure increases, the boiling point also changes, and when the pressure increases, the rate of evaporation decreases. But when the pressure increases, the boiling point also increases. Both are affected by impurities. Acquisition of the energy is involved in both the cases, though. So there are the few point of similarities, and you can see in during the evaporation, bubbles cannot form, but during the boiling, since the vapor pressure is equal to atmospheric pressure, so bubbles form. So this is the true thing about the evaporation. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.